Hello guys, welcome to you all. In this video, I will tell you what is images in Docker, how to use them, why to use them, what is images. So, if you don't watch the previous videos, then do so. The link after the video is showing on the right side of the screen, and if not, then go to the description of this current video. You will find the links in the description. Okay, so let's start without wasting time. What is images? So, if you're a developer, you can think the images like classes. Classes in any program languages you know. By using the classes, we can create multiple instances of it. Multiple instances. There's no limit. And if you're a virtual machine admin, you can think the images are like a virtual machine template. By using the virtual machine template, we can generate multiple virtual machines. Instead, don't worry about the limit. Okay. In Docker, we use images to create multiple containers from it. You can start thousands of containers, hundreds of thousands of containers from a single image. Okay. Why to use images? As I said, we can use images to create hundreds of thousands of a single container. It depends on the requirement after time. Okay, we use images to start a new containers, and the containers are just running and uses the main info which exists in the images. The containers uses the OS related files and some app dependencies, application dependencies, and some application code which exists in the images. Container can use them and starts the application and run our application in the container. Images gives the data to the containers, so the containers work. Simply we can use images to start containers. What is inside in the images? What exists in the images? As I said you, some OS related files, application dependencies, and application code exist in the images. Okay, the form of existence is they are not just exist. They exist in the layers, in the different layers. There are multiple layers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or maybe 10 or more layers. Inside that layers, some files exist according to their specs. So this is the format that, as you see, is layer 1 and is the layer 2, and there are some files exist in each layer. In the original case, this is the same, and the layers are locked. You cannot do anything with the layers once it's in production. Okay, now let's do some practice. If you're following Windows, then simply double click this icon. Now Docker is opening, and if you're following around Mac or Linux, maybe you don't need to click an icon. It's running. You just have to open your terminal, and the guys who are following around Windows, you have to open your command prompt, cmd. Okay, as you see here, Docker is starting. Once it is started, we are going to play. Docker is running. It is started finally. Okay. Now you have to run for some commands to know that whether the Docker is started correctly or not. Sometimes it is not started correctly, so we have to restart it. Quit the Docker when it is not correctly started. By right click and quit Docker, and you can start it again if you're following on Windows. Okay, So you have to type some commands, whether otherwise you are following along. Type Docker intro here. Now this is, you see, this is awesome, and Docker's running fine, started fine. Okay, this command we can type to just check that Docker is running fine or not. And there's another command which is Docker version. We can type this command Docker version to know the versions of our client and server. Client and server is the three sections which are covered in the later videos. So if this response pop up on your command, then your Docker started successfully. Okay, now let's come to images. What you have to do now is to type this command Docker image all and hello world latest. Okay, if you type this command, and I know you don't understand what's happening. Okay, here we attracted Docker that we want something from it. Here we tell the Docker that we have to pull the image, download the image from somewhere. Now you can think somewhere. Finally we tell the Docker to pull, download the image from somewhere, and after this page we can specify the name of the image. The name of the image I type is hello-world. There are multiple millions of images, thousands of millions of images that exist in that place. So you can use multiple images for your work. So after I put the colon, and after that I put the tag. This is the arbitrary text tag. I tell you what is it in a few seconds or minutes. So finally press enter. Image is now downloading from somewhere on the internet, and it is downloaded because it's too much lightweight. Okay, so where this image comes from, let's see it. There's a new thing to you, I know. The images come from the image registries. What are image registries? Image registries are simply that website or some store that contains repositories, and inside the repositories different images exist. As you see in the diagram in front of you, here's a registry, the main registry, and as you see, this is a registry, and there are repos, repositories. You can get your repository. I will teach you how to do in the next videos, so stay tuned. Okay, and there's a one repository, 2, 3. You can get multiple repositories, and already from at the time I'm recording, millions of repositories exist on that store. The Docker store. I'll show you that store in few seconds or minutes. Okay, as you see it, this is repo 1, and inside the repo the different images exist. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 images exist. You can save multiple images, 6, 5, unlimited images on the single repository, and the image name is same. Whatever repo name you give it, it will be the image name. If you type here testing, the image name will be testing, but there are 3 images. You have to differentiate from each other. You have to differentiate each image from each other image. Okay, so to differentiate we use the tag, as I said you here. Here you can see it, colon space colon, and after latest. Latest is a tag that differentiate the hello world latest image from the hello world other images. So the latest is don't mean this image is latest. It's just the arbitrary text. You can type latest, and when you launch the new video with the version 10, the latest will be old. So latest is not the thing latest, it's just a text. You can give it as a tag, right? So we have to differentiate each other images in the same repositories by using the tag. And the different repositories different, and the same thing happens, but the name is different. If suppose you can type here testing 2, the both images have the name testing 2, and to differentiate each of the images you have to put the colon and the tag name. I will show you how to make your own images and push them into the repositories, and how to create repositories, and how to push your own images onto the repositories and repositories to the Docker store in the next video. So I think number 1, what is registries? There is also another concept, which is official repositories and unofficial repositories. This means official repositories is those repositories which Docker store have trust on the repositories that they are good for security. They are good in security and code and etc. etc. And unofficial repositories means our repositories. Suppose I push the repositories, or and when you push the repositories on the Docker store, they are unofficial, because Docker or store don't what should I say, don't make it official. They are unofficial, so you don't have to be trustworthy unofficial repositories. I don't want to say that you don't have to use the unofficial. You have to use them, but using them safely. Official repositories are great, but unofficial are also. This is the concept that I will tell you. Okay, simply open your browser and type Docker store. This website store.docker.com. What you have to do is you have to be logged in, or maybe you are not logged in. This is not the issue, but you have to sign up on the Docker store. I have already signed in. Okay, click on this explore button, and okay, browse to the Docker Hub. Just open this hub.docker.com. It gives me some error. Pause. Okay, I simply here, which is the hub.docker.com. You have to be here, hub.docker.com, and create your account here. Not on the website I've showed you earlier. So after visiting the website, okay, press this button, explore. Here are the many official repositories. As you see, there are 10 million plus pulls. It means downloads. For Busybox, Redis, Ubuntu, Mango, these are all popular official images. When you go in the DevOps, maybe you practice them and play with them. In this tutorial, I will show some of these official repositories to play with. Okay, so these are official repositories, and there are also other repositories. I mean, unofficial. You have to check it by your own self. Okay, now what you have to do? You've learned how to pull the image. Let's quickly do it again. Okay, the image we just pulled is hello-world. You can search it here. Hello-world. and it is searching. On the Google, simply type the image name hello dash world and type Docker Hub. Enter. Simply type the image name hello dash world space Docker space hub on the Google. It gives them some unofficial repositories which we don't need. Again, hub.docker.com, and it's taking too much time. As you see, I'm here on the main website Docker Hub. Type hello dash world, which is the image name. You type any image name and press enter. The images, but the official one is in the top. Hello dash world official. Press details and tags. Here are the tags. As I said, there are not just one tag. This is the latest tag, and there is the next tag, then a server tag. The image name is hello dash world, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there are 6 images accessed by the name of hello dash world. So to differentiate each other image, so we have to use the tags to differentiate. Okay, this is the repo name, and here are the different tags. What you have to do now is, in the past few minutes, we have pulled the hello dash world latest tag image. So we are now going to check whether it pulled correctly and exists in a local repository or not. When you pull the images from the server, our main is hub.docker.com, or you can say the Docker store. Then the image will save into your main system in the local repository, which exists in the Docker installation folders, etc., etc. You don't need to know that about. Okay, simply type Docker space images. We have to type this command just to know that what images are exist in our local repository. There one repository. The size is 1.5 KB. Here's the image ID. By using this ID, we can target this image, or by using this name. Okay. What we have to do now, we are going to pull another image. Docker pull image pull. Now I'm going to pull the Alpine image. So search about this image. What are the available tags? Alpine. Enter. This is the official one. Enter. Tags. Here are the main tags. Okay. I'm going to use the hashtags tag name. So what you have to do, --h. This command tells the Docker that we have to pull the image, download the image, and after that, here we specify the image name, what repository, what image we have to target, and here we specify the hashtag name to differentiate between the other images. Press enter. It is now downloading. It is simply the 2 MB image. It is downloading. So for those guys who are using on the Windows, make sure right click on this icon and switch to Windows is showing. You don't have to click on this, but switch to Windows is showing. If this is not showing and the switch to next showing, you have to click it, otherwise you don't have to click. Right, our image is downloaded. Now again check that whether image is downloaded correctly. Docker and exists in our local repository. Docker images. There are two images we have, a pine and hello world. There are the different IDs of each image, the tag name, this image letters, age, their sizes, etc. etc. So there is another thing which is deleting. If we want to delete the image, so what we have to do? You just have to do type docker image rm. After that, type the image name, repo name with its tag name or image ID. I show this with the repository name with the tag hello dash world and tag latest. You have to specify the tag. You have to. Okay. This command. What command do? This command will delete the hello dash world image from our local repository, and it is permanently deleted. After you have to call if you wanted to use. Okay. So here we tell the Docker to delete this image. We type Docker space image space rm. We use rm to tell the Docker that we have to remove image, and we type image to tell the Docker that we want to remove image, and here we type the image name, and after colon here we type the tag name. Make sure you give all the details here correct, and you have to type the tag name if you're typing the repo name. Press enter. Delete it. Simple. Now again check that it's deleted or not. What images exist in a local repository? Docker images. One image is left. Now shoot it. Docker. I'm going to delete this alpine image from my local repository to show you how to do it with the image ID. Docker image. Simply rm space. Here's the ID, image ID. If you want to type the full ID, it's your choice. But otherwise, you will type the first few letters of that. 5C4, which is the image ID, alpine image ID. Maybe it is defined in your system. Okay, and you have to press enter. It is deleted. Again check Docker images. Now finally, congratulations to all. You have now understand about images. I hope you learned something in this video, and proceed more to learn continuous and etc. and move forward in the DevOps hot field. I hope you learned something. Thanks for your time. For now, bye.